Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The sun had barely risen over the New Jersey skyline when the news broke. A somber announcement that shook the Real Housewives of New Jersey community and left fans of Teresa Giudice stunned and deeply saddened. Known for her fiery personality, iconic table flips, and unbreakable loyalty to her family, Teresa has been the heart and soul of RHONJ since its inception. But today that heart is heavy with grief. Teresa Giudice is mourning the unexpected loss of someone incredibly close. A loss that has changed her world forever. A devastating morning. It started like any other summer morning at the Giudice home. Teresa was getting ready to go to her yoga session, something that has brought her peace and balance in the chaos of public life. But just as she reached for her mat, her phone rang. It was her brother Joe Gorga, and the sound of his voice was different. Broken, trembling. "Teresa, it's Nana. She's gone." The phone slipped from her hand and hit the floor with a cold thud. Teresa stood frozen, her breath caught in her throat. Her beloved mother-in-law, Antonia Giudice, affectionately known to the family and fans alike as Nana, had passed away peacefully in her sleep. Although Antonia had struggled with some health issues in recent years, nothing prepared them for this sudden goodbye. The Giudice family had just celebrated a family dinner a few days prior. Nana was laughing, smiling, and even dancing with her great-grandchildren. Now she was gone. A family torn apart once again. The Giudice family has known its share of heartache. From Teresa's time in prison to the deportation of her ex-husband Joe Giudice, and the recent emotional distance growing between the Gorgas and the Giudices, pain has always lingered in the background. But this was different. Nana was the glue. The elder matriarch. The calm in the storm. Teresa raced to her father's house. Jacinto Gorga, who had once endured the pain of losing his wife, now faced the loss of another cherished family member. He sat quietly on the porch, staring out into the morning mist, holding a photo of his daughter-in-law and late wife side by side. "She was more than a daughter-in-law to me," he whispered to Teresa. "She was my daughter too." Fans, friends, and former enemies reach out. As the news spread across social media and news outlets, thousands of fans flooded Teresa's pages with prayers, heart emojis, and words of comfort. Messages poured in from fellow housewives, not just from New Jersey, but from across all franchises. Melissa Gorga, despite their ongoing rift, posted a black and white photo of Antonia and wrote, "Some things are bigger than drama. Teresa, I'm so sorry. Nana was love through and through." Even Caroline Manzo, who hasn't spoken publicly to Teresa in years, sent a heartfelt message. "We may have had our battles, but no one deserves this kind of loss. My thoughts are with the Giudice family today." The daughters struggle with grief. For Teresa, the hardest part wasn't the loss itself, it was watching her daughters grieve. Gia, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana were all extremely close to their grandmother. Gia, now in her early 20s and studying law, was especially shaken. "I feel like I lost another mom," she wrote in a deeply emotional Instagram tribute. "Nana was strength. She was resilience. She was love. I don't know how to go on without her." Melania, usually the family firecracker, was uncharacteristically silent. She didn't want to eat, didn't want to speak, didn't want to be on her phone. She just sat in Nana's old chair in the living room, clutching the last scarf her grandmother had knitted for her. Even little Adriana, who always saw Nana as her special secret keeper, refused to go to school. "I just want to stay with her things," she cried. "I want to keep her alive in here," she said, tapping her heart. A legacy of love. Nana wasn't famous. She didn't have millions of Instagram followers or a skincare line. But what she did have was a legacy of love. She cooked for everyone. She prayed over her family. She made it through war, poverty, and hardship in her early life in Italy, and came to America with nothing but a dream and a wooden rosary that she carried until the end. She was the backbone of the Giudice clan, the one who taught Teresa how to make her famous red sauce, who told stories from the old country, and who reminded everyone to forgive, even when it hurt. "She taught me how to be a mother," Teresa said through tears in a brief statement to Bravo. "She reminded me that family isn't just about blood, it's about who stands beside you through it all." A private funeral and a public goodbye. Although Teresa had always shared so much of her life with the public, she requested a private funeral for Nana. It was held at a small Catholic church in Paterson, New Jersey. Only close family and a few select friends attended. However, later that week, Teresa opened her home for a public candlelight vigil. Hundreds of fans, neighbors, and friends came by to light candles, leave flowers, and offer their condolences. "I've never seen anything like this," a neighbor said. "You'd think royalty had passed." Gia and Melania each read a poem they had written. Adriana played a quiet piano piece in her grandmother's memory, and Teresa, usually so strong, so fierce, broke down in the arms of her father. Questions about the future. This loss has left Teresa deeply shaken. For the first time in years, she's taking a break from filming RHONJ. Bravo released a statement confirming her temporary absence. "We are giving Teresa the time and space she needs to heal. Her contributions to this franchise are irreplaceable, but her well-being comes first." There's also talk that Teresa may finally be considering a move away from New Jersey. "I want to go where the air feels lighter," she said quietly to a close friend. "Where I can start fresh. Maybe Florida, maybe Italy. I don't know. But this house feels empty without her." Even her relationship with her now husband, Luis Ruiz, has been tested. Though Luis has been supportive, sources say the emotional toll of the loss has caused tension behind closed doors. Teresa is retreating inward, focusing on her daughters, her father, and her memories. What this means for RHONJ. The future of Real Housewives of New Jersey feels uncertain without Teresa's full presence. For over a decade, she's been the face of the show, the one who brought both glamour and grit. Fans are already speculating whether the next season will be delayed or dramatically altered. Some are calling for a tribute episode. Others want to see a softer, more introspective Teresa emerge. "She's more than just drama," one fan tweeted. "Teresa is heart. Teresa is family. And right now, her heart is broken." Final words. A message from Teresa. Late last night, Teresa finally posted a message on Instagram. It was a simple photo. Nana in the garden, holding a bowl of tomatoes with a proud smile on her face. The caption read, "My heart is shattered. You gave us everything, your love, your stories, your strength. Thank you for being the light in our darkest times. I will carry your spirit in every meal I cook, every prayer I say, every breath I take. Rest in peace, my beautiful Nana. Until we meet again." Conclusion. Today, the world of Real Housewives feels a little dimmer. Behind the glitz and gossip, at the core of every housewife story is family. And today, Teresa Giudice is a daughter, a granddaughter, a mother, and a human being in mourning. Fans will continue to support her. Castmates will put differences aside. And slowly, as the days pass and the pain begins to soften, Teresa will begin to heal. But for now, it's a time of silence. A time of memories. A time to say goodbye.